All this is going on around the child, around the student as he grows up, that the mother and the father are concerned with themselves, with their careers, with their ambitions, with their separate successes. And so where does the child come into all this? So obviously, as in Asia, if one has watched, the babies are cuddled, held by the mother closely. They have no nursing homes, no batteries of children in a hospital. They, being very, very poor, the children have to remain with the mother. There is no social security. Therefore, they must have more children. More children are necessary to earn livelihood when they are old, because there is no social security in the East. So the pattern is repeated over and over and over again. Now the questioner asks, the parent loves his child, and what is right education? You cannot possibly keep the child at home and educate him, because he'll meet other children. And the group instinct is so strong, they will condition him in spite of you. You may talk, urge, point out all the conditioning, the absurdities, the cruelties, but the spirit of the gang, the group, the other children have far greater influence, as one observes, on your particular child, right? These are all facts. If one is aware of all this, wars, brutality, the emphasis on acquiring knowledge academically, and each one wanting to find out in a job which will be comfortable, give him some assurance. And the whole process of that is modern education. One is quite sure that you know all about this. If you have looked at the world, if you have looked at your own children, and what is happening, this is the pattern, the mode of modern society. Is that right education? Which is to emphasize and cultivate academic knowledge, technological knowledge, how to be an engineer, psychologist, doctor, and so on, and or the cultivation of the whole of the human being, not only the academic side, but also understanding the depth of the psychological world. Is this possible to do in a school? Both. Not only attend to the academics, but also help the student to understand his whole psychological nature, the conflicts, the confusion, the fears, the anxieties. And If he is a boy, he enters the army, especially in Europe, not in America or in England, for 2 years, trained to kill, prepare for war. And the parents say, I dearly love my child. That is, you are preparing for the child to be ready to kill and be killed. This is modern civilization. They talk about beauty, love, God, and the hierarchical structure of society, all preparing for war. And this has been going on for 5,000-10,000 years. And we, ordinary citizens, accept all this. And we say, what can we do? What can one or a group of people do when the whole monstrous structure is geared to war? Probably you cannot do anything. But to be aware of this, to be aware that wars are caused by national divisions, racial divisions, economic divisions, communal divisions, divisions brought about by ideals, beliefs, and so on. To be aware of all this, and if one is aware, that very awareness is bringing about its own action. It isn't that you have to do something, join a political party, or this or that. But if one is really deeply concerned, if one really loves one's children, but I'm afraid that's not possible because most parents in the world are very selfish. They want to fulfill themselves. You know all that's happening. The woman has to go out and earn money because she wants better carpet, better refrigerator, whatever it is. And the husband wants to climb the ladder of success. So they are absorbed in themselves, and the child has very little part in their life. So the educators take them over and condition them to the desired pattern. But being aware of all this, not intellectually, but deeply in one's heart, in one's feeling, if one really loves one's child, is it possible to educate him or have a school where he is educated not only academically,